Hello and welcome to Freshers Now channel. It's very important in English that how we use do, does and did. And it is also found especially with the use of do and does. The common mistakes that come up with many people. So let us come to erase it by learning how to use that in your usage with do and does especially, and of course with the did as well. Now, this do, does and did are used in two ways. One is auxiliary verbs and the other is action verb. Now let us come to know that in a form how we use them to express an affirmative or interrogative and negative sentences. And of course in between we could also know how to use a question tag as well. Now let us know one after the other, so that would make it more easy for you to follow. Now let us see that affirmative sentence. I do it, I said. When I say I do it in time, or I do it, here it is the action verb, not the helping verb. It is an action word. Now let's see that in a negative sentence, how we use it. I don't do it. Here the double do are used. The first one with the negative formed is an auxiliary verb, that is a helping verb. And the next do that is used is the action verb. So this is where we can use it. And let's see that how it is used in the form of an interrogative sentence. Do you do it? I asked it. And in the same manner, for the earlier sentence, you can also use a question tag when you say, I don't do it. Do I? It's also a question tag. And now we completed an interrogative form of usage, that do you do it? So here, the first one I used in do is the auxiliary verb, and the other one is the action word. Now let us come to know that how we use with does. So we know that we use do for the first person, singular number and plural number, that is I and we, and second person, you, and plural number as well, you. Now we are going to learn about the third person singular number, that is does. He, she, it. Whenever are the subjects used there, we use does. Now let us try to use in the form of a sentence how they are used. He does the work well, or he does the paperwork well, I said. So here, because the subject is he there, I said does. Now let us see that in a negative sentence, the double usage. But here we should be careful, irrespective of the subject, how it is used in this sentence. Now let us check the sentence. He doesn't do the paperwork well. Here, the auxiliary verb used is does, because of the subject, followed by the action word with only do. This action word doesn't change irrespective of the subject. So this is what we need to take care with. Now let's see the next sentence. In the case of interrogative as well, if the subject is either he, she or it, we use does. So does he do the paperwork well? Now let's see with the question tag in the earlier sentence as well. What did I say? He doesn't do the paperwork well. I said that question tag there with does he? So this is where we use them. So now let us see that how this do, does are used in other way. That is, when you want to express or laying emphasis or you want to stress on your statement, how we use this. Immediately after the subject, we can say that here. I do a favor to my friend. Here, immediately after do is that an auxiliary verb that is to lay an emphasis followed by the action word, that is do. So I do a favor to my friend. Or I say, I do finish it as scheduled if I am determined to say that. If I'm confident and strong enough to say, I can say. So immediately after the subject used, followed by a main, or action verb. Now let us try with the does. She does complete or she does win this match. She does win this match. So it's an emphasis there, laying the stress on that. Now let us try to understand how we use did. In the form of affirmative, a negative, interrogative. Now let us see that. For example, if I want to say that I did it rightly. So when I say this here, it's in the past indication. The subject, whichever it is, we use only did. Unlike the present tense with the do and does. Here, either of the subject it is. When you have to speak of any completed activity, you can use did as a helping verb as well and a main verb. Now let's see how it is used. I didn't do it. When I said I didn't do it, here did is a helping verb and do is the main verb. So let's see the other one, that is interrogative. Did I do it? So did is an interrogative place there used at the beginning of a sentence. And to speak of the completed activity, did I do it? I'm asking about something that happened. Now let's also see a question tag with the earlier sentence, what we did. I didn't do it. So question tag is, did I? Because the statement is a negative and the tag would be positive. If the statement made is a positive, the question tag would be negative. So this is a way where we use it. So now let us see how they are used in the form of an exercise in the use of these do, does and did. Now let's see this, how did is used in the way that we use it to emphasize or stress. Now let us try with in the form of sentences. I did do it all by myself. That nobody's involvement is there. So I do want to lay emphasis on that. It was all done all by myself. So this is how we're using. I did do it all by myself. And several examples with the other subject. She did do that mistake. She did do that mistake. So this is the first auxiliary and the other one is action verb. Let us try one more sentence with this. Here, we did send all the details. So we want to lay emphasis on that. We sent all the details. We sent all the details. So we are laying emphasis by bringing that helping verb next to the subject followed by the verb, the action word. So this is how we're you might have come to understand how to use do, does, and did. And to confirm to say that you could follow what all the details put forward, let us have a check by going through an exercise related to this topic, so that you will have a personal assessment of how to use them. Now let us go there, a sentence by sentence. A blank, he have any idea. So immediately after the blank you are provided there, he. So what should you use? Either do or does. It is does. Because if it is a third person singular numbers, as I told earlier, either the subject he or she or it, we must use only does in case of present tense. Now let us try the other sentence. Blank, they have any problems? In the brackets, do or does. Do, because the subject is there, they. Do they have any problems? Let us try with the other one. Blank, she go out last Sunday. Here you are given a clue there saying that last Sunday. So what should be that we use? Either do or does or did. Last Sunday is past, so we use did. So in this way where we can use the other one. See the next one. She, blank there, provided with don't and doesn't have any children. So how do you say this here? Do, don't, or doesn't? It is doesn't. And let's see the other one. Blank followed there by you. Write with a pencil. So I do or does. Do you write with a pencil? Now let's see the other one. A blank provided. Your friend visit museum. Are you clear with that? So, does or do you use here? The friend is important. Here it is a possessive case. Your. So, subject is friend. Your friend. So, being it singular, so we used here does. Does your friend visit museums? Now, let's see the other one there. Blank. Your grandfather go on holiday. Blank. Your grandparents go on holiday. Grandparents. So now you understand there, grandparents is a plural in number, and so we use do. Do your parents go on a holiday? Or grandparents go on a holiday? Now let's try the other one. I, blank there, not see the movie yesterday. It is yesterday. It's very clearly mentioned. So how do we use it? Do, does, or did. It is did. I did not see the movie yesterday. Now let's see the other one. They, a blank followed, not attend the duty then. Now here is a clue that we should be careful with. At the end, it is then, the adverb of time. So it tells that it was in the past. So you should use did. Now let's see the last one of this exercise and come to close it. Mary, blank, not speak English fluently. Do or does. So Mary being third person singular number, we use does. So we say that Mary does not speak English fluently. So I believe that you might have come to understand very clearly how to use do, does, and did. And if you have any queries with related to this lesson, please don't forget to mention in the comment box below. And please subscribe to this channel so that I could come up with a number of useful videos for you. Thank you.